Duchess Meghan Markle won copyright and privacy lawsuit against Daily Mail. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and her lawyer Jenny Afia belong in the real-life Justice League. They rendered Associated newspaper publisher of the Daily Mail a massive defeat of epic proportions. Meghan sued Associated Newspapers Limited after the Mail on Sunday published parts of her handwritten letter to her father in 2018. The letter was a heartfelt plea in which she begged Thomas Markle to stop talking to the media. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, received a major legal victory in the UK. The Daily Mail lost their appeal in the copyright lawsuit versus Meghan Markle. The summary judgment that Justice Warby issued will stand. The ruling was an all-out win on copyright and privacy for Duchess Meghan. The central question was whether the judge, Justice Warby, had been right to grant summary judgment for breach of privacy and breach of copyright to Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, against the publishers of the Mail on Sunday newspaper and Mail Online, Associated Newspapers Limited. The Mail on Sunday and the Mail Online, together Mail on Sunday, of about half the contents of a 5-page handwritten letter, the letter, which the Duchess had sent on the 27th of August 2018 to her father, Mr. Thomas Markle. The Court of Appeal upheld the judge's decision that the Duchess had a reasonable expectation of privacy in the contents of the letter. Those contents were personal, private, and not matters of legitimate public interest. The articles in the Mail on Sunday interfered with the Duchess's reasonable expectation of privacy, and were not a justified or proportionate means of correcting inaccuracies about the letter contained in an article published on the 6th of February 2019 in People magazine in the USA. The key point was that the Mail on Sunday articles focused on revealing the contents of the letter, rather than providing Mr. Markle's response to the attack on him in People magazine. The headline revealed the letter showing true tragedy of Meghan's rift with a father she says has broken her heart into a million pieces. And the first line of the Mail on Sunday article. The full content of a sensational letter written by the Duchess to her estranged father shortly after her wedding can be revealed for the first time today, demonstrated that the Mail on Sunday articles were splashed as a new public revelation of extracts from the Duchess's letter to her father, rather than her father's answers to what People magazine had written. The Court of Appeal rejected Associated Newspapers' arguments that the judge had applied the wrong legal test in deciding where the balance lay between the Duchess's Article 8 rights in the letter and the rights of Mr. Markle and Associated Newspapers to freedom of speech under Article 10, and b. failed properly to evaluate Associated Newspapers' defenses to the Duchess's breach of copyright claim. First, fair dealing in reporting current events, and secondly the public interest in reporting the letter. It was common ground that the judge had correctly stated the legal principles that were applicable to the question of whether summary judgment should be granted. Despite finding the new evidence of little assistance, the Court of Appeal noted that the Duchess had apologized to the court for the pleading served on her behalf that said, she did not know if, and to what extent, the communications team were involved in providing information for the book. It had appeared from new evidence from Mr. North that he had provided some information to the authors of the book with the Duchess's knowledge. The Court of Appeal said that this was, at best, an unfortunate lapse of memory on her part, but did not bear on the issues, and had been given no prominence in Associated Newspapers' oral argument. The judge had been in as good a position as any trial judge to look at the article in People magazine, the letter, and the Mail on Sunday articles to decide if publication of the contents of the letter was appropriate to rebut the allegations made against Mr. Markle. The judge had correctly decided that, whilst it might have been proportionate to publish a very small part of the letter for that purpose, it was not necessary to publish half the contents of the letter as Associated Newspapers had done. The Court of Appeal concluded by reiterating the narrowness of the issues it had to decide. The Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday were totally humiliated as the British High Court determined that their actions were unlawful and illegal. The Daily Mail has a history of being on the wrong side of history. The Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday were fierce defenders of Adolf Hitler and Nazis. The newspaper group had twisted facts in a bid to manipulate public opinion, even during the appeal itself, making a straightforward case extraordinarily convoluted in order to generate more headlines and sell more newspapers, a model that rewards chaos above truth. These tactics, and those of their sister publications Mail Online and the Daily Mail, are not new. In fact, they've been going on for far too long without consequence. For these outlets, it's a game. For Meghan and so many others, it's real life, real relationships, and very real sadness. The damage they have done and continue to do runs deep. While this win is precedent-setting, what matters most is that we are now collectively brave enough to reshape a tabloid industry that conditions people to be cruel, and profits from the lies and pain that they create, Meghan said in the statement, adding that she had always treated this lawsuit as an important measure of right versus wrong. Prince William decided to help the Daily Mail, approving his loyal aide, North, to provide evidence to help defeat Meghan's case. The court ruled that the evidence William provided did not help the Daily Mail's case. This is a massive loss for William, and all his machinations have come to nothing, and now he is even more indebted to the tabloids than ever before. The inner workings of the palace are now part of public record. William has set the precedent that non-disclosure agreements are not honored by the palace. The world needs dependable, fact-checked, high-quality news. What the Mail on Sunday and its partner publications do is the opposite. We all lose when misinformation sells more than truth, when moral exploitation sells more than decency, and when companies create their business model to profit from people's pain. This is a victory not just for me, but for anyone who has ever felt scared to stand up for what's right. A crushing judgment in Meghan's favor in the High Court has now been followed by an equally crushing unanimous finding from 3 of the country's most senior judges. While this win is precedent-setting, what matters most is that we are now collectively brave enough to reshape a tabloid industry that conditions people to be cruel, and profits from the lies and pain that they create. But for today, with this comprehensive win on both privacy and copyright, we have all won. We now know, and hope it creates legal precedent, that you cannot take somebody's privacy and exploit it in a privacy case, as the defendant has blatantly done over the past 2 years. We all deserve justice and truth, and we all deserve better. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to the Duchess of Impact channel, and don't forget to hit that bell icon, so you never miss any updates. If you believe in our work and would like to support us, consider joining our channel membership by clicking join. Leave us a comment. Thanks for watching.